Hey everyone, I have a quick easy for you today. I'm messing with the vellum on the bright journals. I mentioned that I wanted to use some vellum. Usually I always have started my journals mostly with a vellum page. And I was just looking for something a little bit different. So this one has some pockets, and as you can see, they're not sewn or stapled or glued. I used a stapleless stapler, and I still haven't decided if I like it or not. It works okay. I don't like that it takes up so much of your edge. I mean, it seems like it holds well, but so that's how I made this one. I used one of those, and I pulled a little trick from Natasha this morning on Treasure Book. She took a sticker, put it on book page, and then peeled it up, and I don't know if you can see it, but my sticker has book page behind it. So that was my first pocket. My second one, I kind of mimicked after the last video where I cut the little triangle and ran it through the paper, and then I glued that little tab so that it wouldn't come out. I think I like that pretty good. I haven't decorated this one yet. But then I started playing with some colors, and I'm going to show you how I did the stapleless thing in case anybody wants to see it. But I just took my vellum, and there's a shiny side and a dull side of vellum. Sometimes. This one doesn't seem to have, it seems the same. Well, it's a little flatter on that side. So I did this on the shiny side. And on this one, I used distress inks, some stays on stamps, and I drew just with a gel pen. This just a cheapy gel pen. I drew the circles. And for the flowers, I used these. I've used these before. They're called pen fine liner drawing pens, and I got these from Amazon. The pen I got from just Dollar Tree. But I wanted to show you, because I made mention, I wasn't sure how I was going to decorate my vellum this time. I didn't know really what to do with it. So I'm looking at it, and I love how the pages turned out. Now it has some color, some texture from the distress ink, and I've wiped most of it off, so a little bit's coming off on my hand. But after it dries, because of the powdery, you want to take a rag and kind of do this. Well, you can't tell because my rag's so dirty, but any powder that's left will come up. That way it doesn't get on your hands or on the other pages. But for the most part, it's on there dry. Sorry. So I was trying to determine if my sheet was big enough that maybe I wanted to do a side tuck. But I think I'm going to just do like I did on the other one, and I'm going to make a little folded up pocket. So I just folded it up like this, and then I'm going to fold it in half to make sure here we go, just like that. And then this little stapleless thing, which again, I'm not sure I love it. You have to make sure that it won't work if you don't put your paper all the way to the back. Like, it has to be all the way to the back of this. Otherwise, it doesn't get your whole paper. You just push it down. I mean, it's really easy to use. That's not the problem. It's just that I wanted one that crimped it, not made a hole. So I ordered the wrong thing. But, I mean, it's easy to use. It's easy to push. I like it, I guess. I don't know. See what it does? It makes like these little tabby things. So anyway, that's how I decorated that. And I did do some rounding on the corners, I think. I think I did on some of them. And I even did it with that little thing there. It didn't hurt it at all. Okay, so there's one. And then I've done this one. I've done this one. I haven't decorated it yet. I may not. I don't know. I may put another sticker on with the book page. Do you want me to show you how I did that? I mean, like I say, it was on Natasha's video, so I wouldn't really be showing you anything that wasn't done today, but I'll go ahead and do one. I think I'll put this little hummingbird. I love bright colors. So, how I did mine, and oh, just a word from using this. When you, whatever kind of sticker you have, if it has skinny parts, like he has this little beak, put that on first. Make sure that whatever you have to hold on to is bigger and thicker where it pulls off better. So I'm just going to grab a book page. And you have to have a book page that has some, that isn't slick, like that's, you know, kind of textured feeling. Or that's what I ran into with it anyway. Okay, so I just put I'm going to put everything but his tail where I can have a good pull. So I just rubbed it down. Took my finger and kind of rubbed on there. Fingernail, I should say. And then just pull it back up. And again, she did this today. I'm not showing you anything new. And then I do his tail, the part that I didn't have a hold of. Or that I had a hold of, that way. And see, it has book page underneath it. Kind of cool, huh? And then I just glued it, and I love this, how it pulls off the book page. I am so going to be using that. That's probably my favorite part. Then I'm just going to glue it down here. It has no more sticky, so you have to use some glue. This reminds me of the packing tape we did and got fibers and stuff in it. That was neat. That would work good. And I just take my rag and kind of smush that glue out to the edge. And don't worry, if any comes out, it's going to wipe right off or dry clear, either one. But I like the little fringes that my book page pulled up. See it? I love that. I like the texture that it gives. So that was one way that I decorated it. I thought that looked kind of neat. And then the fun way, I want to see something. Though I have these stickers here. I want to see if they're clear. I don't know. They're kind of like label stickers. Yeah, they're clear. What about putting like one of these by him? I don't know. It looks kind of neat. I kind of like it. Yeah, I'll leave it. All right. So there's 2 of my pages, 3 of my pages we have done. And then on the other ones, I used this one. It's going to be hard. There we go. I used this kind of spray, the Spritz, Distress Spritz. That's what I used. It has more of a metallic color to it. So, and this is on the shiny side. I wanted to make sure it worked on both sides, and it will dry. As you can see, I'm moving my hands around. I don't really, that's from, you can take your cloth and wipe off, though, if it's powdery. Shouldn't be powdery, I don't think, on that metallic. It might be. So that was one of them, and it dries pretty quick because I literally just sprayed this before I turned the camera on. And here's the one I did with Distress Sprays. And it's a lot brighter. You can see it better than the metallics. The reason why is I did it on the non-slick side. So this is the side that's not shiny. See, it's folded over. You can tell this is shinier than this side. So I sprayed it like that. You can still see some of the color on this other side. And then here's the slick side. Here's the not slick side, and you can still see some of the color through it too. It looks pretty cool. I like that. And then, like I say, I just took stamps and drew, just doodle, make flowers, anything. But I was going to show you how I put the distress spray on, not because it's difficult, just I think sometimes I got some comments on my last video because I didn't show how I had sprayed on. You know, I just showed you the end product, and I forget that sometimes you like to see that. So here's one. Here's another green one. This is the shiny side. I think I'll do it on the dull side. And again, I just took distress sprays. Let's see what we want to use. And if you're wondering what to do with this vellum page, I mean, other than it's painted and pretty, you can actually write on it. I drew on it with the gel pen, so you could write on it. Also, they're great for like storing your washi tape or stickers that you want to use maybe in your journal, putting sticky notes. They're just a great, kind of like a dashboard, if you will, for things that are sticky, I guess. Maybe this is a distressed oxide, and this is spice marmalade. Ooh, that's pretty. Oh, and I found, look, I found those paintbrushes at the Dollar Tree again. These were the ones I was saying were kind of stiff, and they're really good to move around color, or like if you want to use dry paint and push it and pull it like this, like that. I love these. Ooh, I love that. Just pull it. And you get like 3 of them in a pack. I like this technique. I'm going to be using it again. Not tonight, but... Ooh, isn't that pretty? Look, it's almost already dry. Just from that quick. It looks like fireworks, doesn't it? Okay, what other color do we want? Do you want to use some of the metallic? Use some of the pink metallic again? We'll use some of the Distress Spritz, just so you can see the difference. This one is peacock feathers. And you can tell already that it's not near as vibrant. So I'm not going to spray a whole big bunch because it doesn't really show up that well. I think I want to use some more of the Distress inks. Let's do, we've got orange, kind of blue. Doesn't really look very blue. You can tell that's already starting to get powdery. We'll have to wipe that off. Here, let's mix some of our peacock feathers in with this metallic. See what happens. Maybe I'll spray some more of the metallic on top of it. Ooh. Make it pretty. Make it shiny and pretty. Okay. Yeah, the metallic doesn't like to... It doesn't really move like the oxides do. And I'm sure everybody's saying, yeah, that's because it's whatever. I don't know that much about what they consist of or what's in them. So I'm just playing. I'll let that one bubble up. Very cool. I'm going to put a little bit more right there. I love the way that looks. To you, it reminds me of fireworks. Let's put some of the metallic on the orange and see what happens. Kind of dulls it down. Probably shouldn't have done that. That's okay. I'm going to let this dry, and then we'll play with, maybe stamp it a little bit. So here's the metallic one. Kind of hard to see in my camera. Let's use the flat side. I'm just rolling it the opposite way where it will lay down. So let's go ahead and fold this. because I think I want a focal point on one side. I don't think I'm going to make a pocket this time. I'll have to lay it under something where that lays down, but golly, I love this color. It really is pretty. So I'm going to get my stays on. This would be a good time to get out my stamping platform where I can make sure I got a good stamp, but I'm not going to. Ooh, doesn't matter. I love it. It's hard to see, but it is on there. Very vague, and I love that. Very light. I'm loving it. I'm just going to random stamp part of it now. So I'm just taking some textured stamp. You could do this with, if you had bubble wrap. That would look cool. I have a craft-a-lanch over here. Then I have these. I don't know what this one is. It's just, I think, bubbles or something. And like I said, I just took my ink pen and where I thought I needed something, just made marks. You could, let's see. Let me show you the difference in the, that's just the ink pen. And here is these pens. So I'll lay this under something and it's going to be good and flat. Can you see all my markings? Just made random markings. Love it. So I like how that's decorated. Now, our other one should be dry. Yep. We've got this one we did on the shiny. I did that beforehand. This one I did on the dull side, so you can probably see it a little bit better. It's still a little bit damp, so I'm just going to dab it off. And then I'm going to run across it so that it's not powdery. But do you love the way that bursts look? Can you see that? They look like fireworks. So cool. So again, I'm just going to take some number stamps. Using these stamps. These are from Global Land too, and it doesn't say anything other than that. Global Land stamp. So they came from Amazon. I'm pretty sure that they're in my storefront on Amazon, on the Amazon link. I like this. It has some texture little stamps on it too. So let's see what. Ooh, that's kind of neat. Maybe we'll do some of this kind of marking. I'm thinking that I just need to make some marks again. Maybe with this thicker one. What do you think of my mark making? I love it. Do you like it? How fun is that? That's a great way to zhuzh up our vellum. Love it. Okay, so we've made some pockets with vellum that we didn't have to sew or anything. And I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna put this underneath something so that these will flatten out. Might just put them under my mat here. And then we've got the pocket vellums. Love those. And then I have one more that I haven't decorated yet, but I sprayed it with the metallics. It's hard to see, so I'm not gonna probably do anything with that one yet. Might keep this one for myself. My book. My writing book. So what do you think of these techniques, guys? Are they things that you would use, or do you skip the vellum? You're not crazy about vellum? I have heard somebody to say vellum gives them hives, and I don't know if they were serious, like maybe they were allergic to it, or if like they just really hated the texture of it. It's one of my most favorites. I'm getting all kinds of new favorites all the time. This cicada paper is becoming a quick favorite. Love me some rag paper. I think I just love paper, don't you? See if I can get some of this ink off my hands with this hand sanitizer. One of you great friends told me I could use hand sanitizer and get the ink off. Came off pretty good. It isn't gone, but I think some soap might take care of that. Anyway, I hope you liked these, guys. I hope they were fun. You like these techniques. And get you some of these. They're cheap and they're at the Dollar Tree. I say they're at the Dollar Tree. Most things that you guys tell me are at the Dollar Tree, they're not at my Dollar Tree. Anyway, thanks guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.